like my future. I'm really having a hard time really seeing myself being able to do the same things like my parents have done, such as buy a house at a young age and whatnot. So do you think there's going to be any change in in the housing market from the high interest rates and big companies and investors buying all types of properties and just renting them out to just Americans in general?
It's a great question. So 4 years ago, the average income to be able to buy a home in this country was $59,000 a year. Now it requires $106,000 a year to buy a home, and it's probably even more than that here in Vegas, is my guess. You have been robbed by the DC political class, and then big corporations like BlackRock come in and purchase these homes and then rent them back to you. This is one of the reasons why I personally support President Donald Trump's candidacy. This was not the case when he was president. Homeownership was in your grasp, wages were going up, young people saw their livelihood increasing, and Joe Biden has destroyed all of that.
That's just not true. BlackRock still owned rental properties, single-family homes, when Trump was president. The trend started after the great financial crisis. When homes were dirt cheap, they started buying them up. And home builders stopped building because they couldn't make any money off of it. Housing was still expensive under Trump. The ratio of income to housing costs were still high under Trump, and they got even worse post-COVID. And what policy has Trump proposed such that BlackRock and other investment firms have to divest of their real estate portfolio? Can you point me towards that, Charlie? Because I don't think that exists.
It's just a fact. Just look at the numbers. The last 4 years, he has obliterated the ability for you to be able to own a home. So, yeah, we should say.
Yeah, except, if he's talking about inflation, right? That shit's happening worldwide. Tell me exactly what Joe Biden did that made housing unaffordable. Like, you have to show me the causation between one of his policies and increase housing costs. You have to do that. Otherwise, you're talking out of your ass.
That multi-trillion dollar corporations like BlackRock cannot come in and buy homes and rent them back to you. In fact, I want three very basic things for every one of you. I don't care about your...
Right, but Trump's not going to do that. Are you kidding? Why would he sell out his class? He's not going to do that. Are you fucking kidding? Trump represents the billionaire class. He's not going to force BlackRock to sell their single-family homes. You think that's more likely under Trump than under Harris? No, of course not. Although Harris is not going to do that either. But I guess the likelihood is marginally higher.
Politics. I want you to be able to get married, have kids, and own a home. Those three things should be in the very basic social contract for Gen Z, and that's my message. And I pray we can restore that.
Exactly.
Thank you.
You pray we can restore that? Okay, Charlie. You keep praying, bud. You keep praying in your, multi-million-dollar mansion for the poor Gen Z to afford housing, to afford a basic fucking 1,000 square foot house, that costs $400,000. Okay.
Do you think that anytime in the near future that any changes in the housing market are going to take place?
Say that again.
Do you think
housing?
Okay, that's basically the video. So Charlie Kirk he's probably stupid, but he's also just, a straight up grifter. Like, he doesn't actually believe in the come on. Charlie Kirk wants to use the government to force BlackRock and other real estate investment firms to sell their portfolios? No. Charlie Kirk also represents the billionaire class. He is funded by them. So don't believe that Charlie Kirk actually gives one shit about your ability to afford to live in this country.